Okay.
Welcome to.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to our, this is October. Oh, my goodness.
October.
Here, I'll get Nancy Joe in there, too. Look, you got to see her cute little face, too.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to the October Director Zoom call and meeting. We're just going around introducing ourselves and giving what we're excited about for October.
Randy to do that.
Yes, we're going to have Randy do something from Sue Moulton.
Yes. Hold on. Okay. Sorry, people.
All right. Can we see Randy?
There's something on this.
Can we see Randy?
Yeah.
I think so. It's hard to tell with the fun.
Okay.
You know what I'm going to do is let me do speaker view. I can do that, right?
Later, I got a call.
Okay. Hey.
Hey. Okay.
Okay, hello. I'm talking with Sue Moulton. And I need to find out the name to give credit for this. But in this group, they're doing a 38-year anniversary challenge of Canada. So for the team to do. And for the customer.
Mute everybody. Hold on 1 second. All right. Sorry.
Somebody's
hey, you know what?
scratching.
If you guys can
Mute yourself.
put yourself on mute, I can't hear. Can anyone hear? They all said that they can hear. I don't know who was saying that. Karen. Okay, hold on. Let me just mute everyone. I can't see.
I'm just when techie girls have an issue. It's usually me.
Oh.
You good?
Oh, I think everybody's muted now.
Okay.
Okay, right? Okay,
All right.
all muted.
Okay. Can
Okay.
we see you?
So, 8-year anniversary, people don't know that are already passed. So
Yeah.
we can keep doing this.
Oh,
But
it's today.
They're putting messages out to people and asking them just, would they want to collect 4 different orders, get at least 200 orders, and then maybe become a host. And that's her challenge, is to do 38 catalogs, get 38 catalog shows out. So she said, I mean, she has 31 booked already, Sue, from doing this challenge. I mean, at 200 times 31, I mean,
Yeah. It's 38 and
that's 6,000
7,000.
in sales. I mean, if they all worked out. And commission, 20% at least. And she said, if nothing else, it's helping people stay active. I mean, if they get 1 or 2.
Yeah.
And she just said, I mean, people are real excited. She gave them wording, and Laura, do you still have that text of what they said?
Can they see?
So,
where
do you want me to post it? So this month,
Well,
I mean,
we'll-
you would go on right away and do this.
Here. So you'll talk about it. I'll when you post it there, I'll put it in an Evernote. I'll put all the supporting posts.
So they
and stuff.
have pictures, and then when they respond to the picture saying they want to help, they say, good morning, can I send you a catalog? Pass it around and collect 4 to 6 orders equaling at least 200 in orders, and you'll get $20 in free products, a half price item, and 1 60% off item. This month, Pampered Chef is celebrating 38 years, so it's my goal to give out 38 catalogs. One of the hosts will win a $38 gift certificate. What do you say?
Love it.
That's the personal
It's a
message.
private message, yeah.
Private message. Okay. Awesome. So we will post that and all the, but you're going to find out who to give.
Yes. And then Sue said she's only sending a catalog, order form, and some supporting flyer for it. But I mean, we were saying you could send 2. I mean, like that. You need more than 1 to me. But I would do 2.
Yeah. I mean, if you set up their shows, couldn't you send them the link, the ordering link? And then they could just pass it on.
True.
That's true.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Okay. Thanks, Randy. Awesome. Kristen.
Okay, so I'm Kristen.
What
What
are
I'm
you
excited about this fall.
Yeah.
There's a lot of excitement going on in our organization. I think one of the fun things is these paring knives. Our organization sold over 800 sets.
Oh my God. You're the reason
Pre-sale,
that they're in
yes,
back order.
yes. Our organization is. Those are pre-sale before September 1st. So September 1st, all those orders.
Yay! Oh my gosh, that's amazing.
Awesome. So what did you what did you put in there for to get 800 sets?
So we had a mass post that we put on their walls and their business pages that said they're back. Guys, and said that, you know, for every set that we sold, $1 was going to Feeding America. And so I challenged everybody. Our original goal was 500, and we blew through that in like 24 hours.
Wow.
And then I think we did 750, and then just went to 800. I mean, we're over that now with shows and stuff, but that was just pre-sales.
That is
That was
amazing.
pre-sales.
Awesome.
So I announced that on an executive bound call, and then we get filtered really fast, and then so, yep, Judy Jones will call from office and say,
Yeah.
this many coming in, be ready.
You
So,
ready? Yeah. And Kristen, you are blowing it out of the water. You had how many recruits in the last?
we've added 65 to our organization
Yay.
in 60 days.
In 60 days.
Amazing.
Randy, do you know how many you did? No.
I think we were about 60.
Nice, nice. And Karen, do you know how many you? Pardon me?
Small team, but I think
You doubled. Wow.
Yay.
Congratulations. Awesome. Yeah. And you're working on
We
executive?
are executive bound on one this month.
Oh, yay.
Yeah. Go ahead. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. We're going to talk more about that. Okay, Jess.
Okay, so I'm Jessica Villarreal, and what I'm excited about, everything that Clay just said. I'm kind of really into straws. And the reason why is because it's a hot topic. So it gives us a reason to reach out and get attention from people who aren't already customers from us. So on social media. You know,
I would love to see
so yeah, I'm excited. Oh, you got that?
Yeah, we got them. But my daughter already took one out of the package, so I
Would you grab my red pen?
I'll pass it around. But what I love about the straws, and you guys probably already know this.
just put my order in for.
Oh, where's the little?
So I have had people like show me a picture of their Amazon order where they get like 8 of them for like $7 or whatever. But they don't come with a carrying case, you know? I mean, it's I'm gonna want them with you because you're gonna the purpose is to not use straws.
And you get 2
Right.
straws, right?
Yeah, you
Right,
get
right,
two straws.
Except
So,
if your daughter takes one.
you know,
Can I show them how that's a lot bigger than I anticipated?
Yeah,
Can I,
yeah,
like,
yeah.
visually, like it's
Yeah, yeah.
so that people can see that.
It's 10
These are
inches.
bigger than I realized. Like, look at that.
Wow.
It is. It's nice. They did a great job. They did an
Yeah.
amazing job. Yeah.
Like,
And if anybody caught the episode on
Easily.
Shark Tank, not this past week, but the week before, they talked about all of the straws that go out that are thrown out every 6 seconds or something like.
200 straw or
No,
sorry, they
thousands.
last for over 200 years. In our
Oh,
in
yeah,
our environment. And every day, you can wrap the earth around twice every day with the.
There you
that video you shared,
Yeah.
I just
Yeah.
that's crazy.
Yeah, so
With
that video,
someone.
so the actually, you know what, I can't believe you posted something about me on like Pampered Chef stuff, but then I saw you had a YouTube link, and I don't think it was from that.
Yeah.
But so it was just an informative YouTube video that's like a minute and a half long. So yeah, I just posted
Yeah,
that, and
And I also did the Shark Tank verbiage as well.
okay,
Yeah.
So I did like all 3 of them together.
Yeah, they say that if you don't take action, so by 2050, there'll be more plastic in the oceans than fish.
Wow. That's
Scary
amazing.
too. Yeah.
Are we?
I think my favorite quote is, but it's just one straw, said 1.8 million people. Like,
That is
one
pretty
straw
cool.
said 1.8.
You can pass them around.
We're passing around a sheet that says Act, Change, Teach. Yeah, so you can take one and pass. Here's for notes that you can write down, and this is something from Beth Speak. Okay, good. So
Beth,
awesome.
isn't it
Thanks,
Beth's
Jess. All right,
Hi, I'm Laura Teal from Schaumburg. I'm excited about the quick cooker.
quick cooker.
Yeah. Like it's weird not to use it anymore.
Yeah.
Like every day.
Really?
Yeah. Like
You're using it every day.
Yeah, when I use my bar can and I feel it, it's weird. Like, to go back, you know, like, are you feeling that? Those of you that are using it, it's just like, it's.
I'm frustrated when I have a show because I take it to my
Yeah.
shows every time now. And so when it's packed up, ready to go, and I want to go like whip up a quick rice or like something, and I'm like, damn, it's packed. Seriously, so I think I'm gonna have to use my second one for me and use the other one for shows because that's how.
And you could
often I
always
use
use two. Like, think about it. You could always use two.
I might just keep them packed up.
Yeah.
Right.
You know,
But I've been doing Chipotle bowls. So
Okay.
I bring beans pre-done, share how you use the dried beans and how much sugar it is, and lower sodium and healthier for you.
Okay.
Way lower sodium than the cans.
Yeah.
And then we make the rice and the chicken, salsa chicken, and then grate cheese and make salsa.
Do you do the rice and the chicken together, right? Okay. Do you use the rice button or the chicken?
Chicken button.
Because you know what? It doesn't finish the rice off.
so we did, yeah, the rice cooks less. And so basically,
But the
ingredients
rice
that
actually
cook
needs longer time.
No, if it's white rice has like 4 minutes on it, chicken has like 15 is what the chicken
Right.
starts at. So that means you start.
But my
with
rice
the
wasn't-
ingredient-
isn't
So
done.
basically, the ingredient that cooks longer
Yeah.
trumps the
Yeah.
button for the
Right.
other.
I get it. But
So,
my
do you know
rice
what I mean?
wasn't finished.
Long grain white,
Huh?
long grain white, rinse.
I've
Yeah.
done it. Did you
Yeah.
put it in the freezer?
Yeah.
You did.
Yeah.
With the lid,
Yeah.
with the water.
Yeah.
Put it in with the chicken on the bottom.
Did you?
No, I put it separate.
I make rice
Yeah.
in it. It
Yeah.
makes my rice.
And I've
Okay,
done it
perfect.
before, and it's not.
No,
I'm like, what
I've
is
done it
Maybe
in
you
every
didn't
show.
put the enough liquid or something in it.
I do 2
You
cups
did.
rice, 2 cups water.
Made a
in
mistake.
that thing? You could put 2 cups of rice. I only did 1 cup.
2
Of
cups
each.
rice, 2 cups water.
I only did 1, and it still wasn't.
In the ceramic.
In the ceramic
And you
pot.
had the lid over, the silicone lid over.
Silicone lid. I know, like, right?
I actually did it better when I used the glass bowl when we were testing, when we were the ambassadors. I used the glass mixing bowl with a piece of tin foil. It came out perfect every time. It's like,
Okay.
I don't know.
yeah, go that way.
I don't know. It works.
I know, I can't.
Okay.
Laura.
More cases of Homer Glen, and not to be redundant, but I'm excited about the quick cooker too. I'm telling you, I'm taking it to every one of my shows, and people are just booking because of it. They can't. I'm making the salsa chicken. I made the chicken parmesan pasta the other day. They can't believe that everything was done raw pasta and everything, and it was like 10 minutes. You know, so. Yeah, it's amazing. Just on a side note, you know, my daughter has a lot of sensitivities and she doesn't eat any vegetables. Okay, so I have to puree stuff to put in her food. And normally, what I do is I roast beets in the oven. Well, that takes about an hour. In the quick cooker, it took 15 minutes. It was amazing. So what I do is I roast the beets
Love
and then I puree them.
I made beets in there.
And then I put them in her chocolate chip muffin. And she doesn't know
Amazing.
she's eating beets.
Oh, yeah, no
Wait,
beets.
what?
She
Yeah.
put it in her chocolate chip muffins. She
Yeah.
put beets in her
Oh,
chocolate
God.
Yeah.
How many beets you put
Like
in there?
zucchini and chocolate.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I'll make like
You won't
I know
notice
4
that giant
muffin
beet
pans
in
going.
that
I'll make like hundreds of mini muffins and just put them in the freezer, and then she just takes them out and microwaves them for like 10 seconds. And
Wow.
so, but I mean, that's changed. Like I said, I don't have to wait a whole hour for the beets to be done.
Yeah,
So
awesome.
that's kind of it's neat. Yeah,
Awesome.
but like I said, I mean, besides that, you know, it's just like I said, the things that I'm getting because of the quick cooker
Mhm.
is amazing.
All right.
Yeah, lots of fun.
Okay, yes, I'm Naomi Zakiro, and 2 things that I'm excited about. The first, I have a really, dynamic East Coast team, especially in Connecticut, and they're doing a Smashing Pumpkins cooking challenge. So kind of like, remember the old the beach ball, type
Yeah.
thing? Well, they're doing, and so they post like a Smashing Pumpkins picture when you're getting bookings, and they're just, I see all these, and it's just so
So they're
fun.
smashing a pumpkin.
No, it's a picture you can find,
Oh,
I
yeah.
get
So
it.
they're
I
not
get it.
actually smashing.
So they're fun ones. I saw one, well, there's a video of like a baby elephant smashing pumpkins, all that kind of stuff. So whenever they're getting bookings, they're posting. And so it's just a lot of activity and there is so much going on, encouraging each other. And so they're having fun. That we're doing a content challenge with our food, Karen and Randy and I, for our auction coming up.
Okay.
And so people are communicating, they're getting points like for auctions or tickets towards all the extra stuff that we have, So that's going to be held in our December meeting. And then the other thing that's a lot of fun, we're doing our No Tricks, Just Treats, our bingo coming up again.
Oh, I wanna see that.
Here.
Okay.
So it's
Can we just take a copy of it?
sure.
Okay.
So this is one of our customer appreciation event, and
Please.
it just keeps growing.
Just do it all in black, Barb.
Yeah, it just keeps growing every time. But between the booking lists and stuff, and personally the straws, I feel very strong. But I want to hear about the Shark Tank burgers because I haven't seen that. So I'd love to see that the words that were there.
So she did the Shark Tank burger. I just did burgers on just a few facts about the straws. It's like a curiosity post on my timeline. So and then letting them know that I have a solution for them. Contact me. I'd like to hear more how I can help with this issue. So just to get people who
Thinking about it.
yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Next.
I'm Nicole Brenda from New Lenox, and I'm excited. I just promoted a second director on my team.
Ooh.
So hopefully it'll be a good holiday season for us.
Yay! Awesome. That's awesome.
Hi, Carrie Cecil from Shorewood. Rather than repeat everything that everyone else already said, because all those things are exciting, I'm just going to say, yeah, I'm excited that it's fall and people are getting back into the kitchen and cooking. Because I know even myself, I've been doing a lot more cooking, just using all the products and trying to show people what I'm using through other live videos, pictures and stuff on Facebook. So just excited that people are kind of coming back inside and doing some more cooking. So
Cool.
focused.
Cool. All right.
Okay, and then I'm here from Milwaukee, and same thing, and I become a born again cook since the quick.
Love it. Born again cook. I like that.
It's been great. I've been a vegetarian since 1975. I've been married 37 years, so I didn't know if I was killing or poisoning my family with the meat dishes that I prepared, and now it's just pick the pork button or the beef button, and it's good to go. And the other day I forgot to put liquid in it. I did the sear button for peppers and onions and garlic because I was making chili. I put 2 bricks of frozen ground beef in there.
Okay.
And hit the beef setting, and I thought, oops, I think I forgot to put liquid in.
Okay.
Totally fine. Just put the, after it was done, it was totally brown. I just rolled it up and threw the tomatoes in there and the chili beans.
The liquid from the peppers and onions probably, and then the meat.
And then the
1 or 2 peppers and 1 onion.
Yeah.
So
but
But the meat
probably
died.
the meat, the frozen meat had moisture.
It was totally cooked, and it was nice because it was big enough that I could pick it out and eat the beans and the tomatoes. But what I'm most excited about is something that I tried that I think Anthony shared here the last time. That was, you get requests for silent auction donations, and so I donated a taco bar, fajita bar for 10 to 2 different benefits, and one of them went for $250. It's pure profit. I mean, I'm bringing the food, so it cost me maybe, I said minimum bid is $80. It's not going to cost me $80 to feed 10 people tacos, but so they had to start at minimum bid of $80, and each organization got just 100% profit. So $250 on the one and $120 on the other. I was like so excited.
So the organization made the profit, not you.
And to me, it doesn't cost her other than the. It's going to cost me maybe $40 to feed, and it's pure, community good service.
Right.
Thing. So it'll be fun. So we are doing one the day the Bears are playing the Packers on December 16th. I'm a Bears fan, they're all Packers fans.
Sure.
But it'll be fun. Everything will be prepared. Get a couple quick cookers going, or rock sets, and just making fajitas and or tacos and guac and salsa. How much could that? And I'm not providing any booze.
Okay.
It's just the stuff that is. So I was excited. I got $250.
Nice.
I'm only here.
Bringing it.
I'm bringing it. Yeah, and that's fine because it's just like they're gonna say, what is that? Somebody said, make sure you bring your business cards because they're people who want business.
Yeah. Bring a catalog, right?
And catalogs, yeah. I mean, that stuff is always my part. I'm not, the focus is their best part. Yeah, and I think that if I come in pretending like I'm gonna be selling stuff, that's fun. Right.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know the people that bid on it?
The one is one of my hosts, actually, both of them
Yeah,
Two different organizations or both folks.
so you're gonna hang with them.
Fun.
That's what I'm saying.
Love it. Okay, nice.
Is there a flyer or anything for them?
No, you know how we operate, Randy.
Good
Good idea, let's try it, and then it's like throwing spaghetti at the wall. Good stuff, so.
Okay,
Yeah,
Laurel.
I'm Laurel, I think Laurel from Mendota, Illinois. I'm most excited about doing virtual shows, and it's a challenge, something new, maybe after a lot of years, it's newer. So I've been doing them for just a few months, and now Facebook changed and stuff, so I'm a little bit I'm trying to figure out how to like get around that, because I've gone from like $700 shows to $200 to $400 shows. So I know there's got to be a way to get around that. I've enjoyed that, and I also enjoy it's. And not so much I love fall because winter's coming. I don't like that, but I like that people are cooking again and I'm interested in that, and I like to teach.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. Okay, great. Well, thank you so much. Katie, what are you excited about?
Getting better.
Let me go while she's coughing, okay? While she's hacking up one, I'll go. Okay. Katie, we just kept sanitizing ourselves. Lisa Bailey shared with me a great, Lisa, are you on here? Not sure if you are or not. Is she on here?
Let's see. Let's go scrolling. Where is it?
Up there.
I can't see.
Okay.
Is she there? Is she
No.
there? No, no.
No,
Mm-mm.
okay, all
Don't
right.
see Lisa.
Lisa Bailey shared that she did a challenge with her team with this, all the different metal pans, you know, the blue and now the red metal pans. And she challenged them to sell 10 of those metal pans. So that would be $250 show. Okay. And I loved that. I thought it was so much fun. And you could do a little Facebook group or do something on Facebook, and you could show some different things to make with each one. You can make the donuts, you make the waffle sticks. In the pie pan, which I think the pie pan is probably the biggest challenge one that people wouldn't use all the time. But at my party a week ago Friday, my host is on Whole30, and she's a friend of mine, and so she was over and she talked about how she makes these little egg frittatas for the morning, and has them all made up and frozen, and she just pops them in the microwave. Well, I gave her the pan, the pie pan, to make them in, and she took 2 pieces of really thin bacon and put it on the bottom. I think they were par cooked, but still pliable, okay? And then she put sauteed spinach, sauteed mushrooms, an onion, some onion in there. She put some tomatoes, and then she poured the egg mixture. And so you had a nice, wholesome breakfast, but it was a little bit bigger than I've done that in the brownie pan, but this is more of a serving. You have 2 of those, and it'll hold you. It's great protein and great food for the Whole30, and leave out the cheese, because of course on my version I did the cheese, because you know, kind of like wouldn't be a recipe without crescent rolls, or since it's the anniversary today, crescent rolls and cream cheese. But anyway, they were really good, and we cut them in half for people, and if you had more than 12, you could cut them in quarters so they could taste a bite. But really easy, inexpensive, great way to use your leftover veggies from dinners. And we made the Cool and Serve salad bar with the salsa chicken component, you know, for the salad. And what was interesting is probably about 6 of the 12 people already had our competitors' quick cooker, okay, the Instapot. And but what was really exciting was they were sharing how much they loved it, and how much they used it. So it really was a good advertisement. And then they were going ooh and ah about all the different things that ours does compared to theirs, okay, and where our steam button is. So don't be afraid when people say, oh, I have one, I use it, I love it. Have them talk about what they did. And I did a corned beef in there, absolutely excellent. I don't know if you guys saw my post, but I have to say I've been using the Instapot more than I've ever used my Rock Crock. So, I mean, to me, that says just a ton. Just because I'm not cooking these days like I used to, but I'm choosing to cook and invite people over for dinner because of the Instapot. So, so anyway, so Patty.
Okay.
All right.
So real quick though, on your, how big of a corned beef did you put in there?
It was, I cut it into two and put one on top of the other, one piece on top of the other. So it was a good amount.
And you said like your other stuff in there?
You know what I did was, which I would do it a little differently next time. Now corned beef usually, because this was pretty thick, okay, it usually takes a little more than the one beef setting. So I opened it up, depressurized it, opened it up, put my cabbage and carrots in there, and then put it on again. Now what I would do next time is I would hit the button twice for the meat, then depressurize it and put the carrots and the cabbage in and just put it on for another 5 minutes because the carrots and cabbage were really cooked, okay? And I think it would go faster then. And I don't think you'd need a whole beef cycle, a whole second beef cycle, but maybe just, you know, what is it, 15 minutes, a half a beef cycle, stop it. But it was absolutely the flavor, everything. And then I did the little round potatoes. I boiled the round potatoes, and you know, the old-fashioned way. But it was just delicious, moist as all can be. Here's a tip too. My sister just did a pot roast in there, and she did it just like they said in the package, and she didn't think it had enough flavor. I add a package of the Lipton onion soup mix, and that gives it great flavor. I just sprinkled it right on top, and great flavor. And she actually used it for beef tacos. She shredded the beef and made it for beef tacos with the pot roast.
So how long did you, because I did a roast and it didn't come out like I wanted it. So did you hit that button twice?
Not the pot roast. The pot roast was 2 pounds. I think it depends on how much meat is in there and how thick it is.
Too big of a pot roast, like I've done 2.5, and it did not come out as tender, so it has to be like very roast.
Right.
And I add garlic. I do all the seasonings of the recipe in the quick cooker guide, but then I add garlic and herb
Okay.
more flavor.
Isn't like the quick
it's
cooker
so-
Is that mine?
smart? Isn't it like smart?
Okay.
Doesn't it know?
Just
Right.
Thank
It's
you.
pretty intuitive, right?
I had almost 3 pounds and I didn't have to do anything.
No.
Okay.
Okay.
I think extra. I just felt like 2 pounds was better.
I think it took 35 minutes. I mean, after it came to pressure, which to me was.
Yeah.
So I've done it twice. And the first time I didn't get my almost 3 pounds of it all. And it wasn't quite like I wanted it. But then the second one I cut in half and stuck them in there. And it cooked perfect.
so you set them on their sides.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so, and I seared it in there. So I think that, but I think cutting it in half or, you know, cutting it down a little bit will help the cooking mechanism to
Right.
make it shreddable. So where you just take your tongs and it just shreds.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's what I found. Like if I did it as a whole, it didn't shred real nicely. But if I cut it in half, then it was perfect.
Yeah. And I seared it first, then put the you know, the meat in there, then put the water, and then I sprinkled the Lipton onion soup mix on top of that. And the moisture just made great gravy. It was awesome. It was just awesome. So
That's good.
yep, it was good.
So I'll tell you my wow. Okay, so you guys are talking about the pot roast. And by the way, I think Bobby
Lynn
said, yeah, she said, can you believe, I can't believe Nancy really did that. I think when you were talking about the Rock Crock versus the.
yeah, it's true.
Yeah, no.
If you
I
guys think
know.
about it, you didn't hear me talk a lot about the Rock Crock.
No, I love the Rock Crock, but
I just
have
am
to
not a
say-
microwave cooker though. But I mean, it's
Yeah.
just
Right on the stove and the.
yeah, no, I agree. But that was a challenge for me because I had already purchased a Instapot.
Oh, did you?
A year and 3 months before, when my daughter was like, "Oh my God, ingenious idea! Let's get an Instapot." It was on sale on Prime Day on Amazon, and I was like, "Oh, okay." She says, she talks me into this thing. I get it. It's wrapped up underneath my desk still. Never opened the box. Never never touched it. Pretty much got it, shoved it there and said, "I'll get to this later."
That's common.
Oh yeah, but got these bunches of emails from Amazon and from the Instapot people wanting me to rate this product. And I'm like, well, I don't know that I can do that because I've never really tried this thing. And I had no idea, really. Probably one of the things that I had not cooked with was an Instapot. I've done the sous vide, I've done lots of other kinds of cooking, but this one, I don't know, felt a little intimidated by it. But I will say this, I did go out and pick 5 recipes. So we were part of the ambassador thing, and we were like, okay, how are you going to promote something that you're not doing? And I thought, and that's my encouragement to everybody, pick 5 recipes. Picked 5 recipes, went shopping for 5 recipes, came home, and I said, okay, I am going to make 5 recipes in a row. But I was so excited that I was doing eggs, and I was doing beets, and I was doing spaghetti squash. I was like, oh, what else can I put in this thing? I was like Googling things, and I was like, that was pretty amazing. But my biggest wow was frozen. Frozen to done. People, frozen to done. That's a little scary. I thought, let me just try this. Because one of the things, obviously, I bought the pot roast, but I was like, okay, I can't keep that for 5 days. That was the last thing I was going to do. So I froze it, but I took it out. I was like, ooh. But I thought, everybody's talking. You can do frozen to done. So I'm like, I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to cook this thing frozen. I'm going to see how it works. Oh my God. I was like, and it was over 2 pounds, actually. It was over 2 pounds. And you had to sear it first. But I was like, not bad.
How do you sear something frozen?
Well, so just being in I put the stuff on top. It was frozen, but I was like, well, it says sear. Let's see what happens. So I just put the stuff on top. I seared it. It was frozen. but no, it was frozen. But, what it allowed me to do was kind of cut it. Like I had to get one of a really good knives because I was like, if I wanted to do it, because the carrots were at the bottom, and then I made the potatoes in the ceramic pot. But I thought, oh my gosh, I want to do it exactly like it says because I wanted to see if it came out. And I said, oh my God, I'm sure that my potatoes and my carrots are going to be like mush because I was thinking that it was frozen and it's going to take a while for it to. Oh my God, I swear, my husband's like, hey, this is good. Yeah. Because we're used to cooking something that's tender and something like that forever in the more you cook it, the more flavorful it is. It was awesome. I was like, and it was a little bit over an hour from frozen to done. And the carrots were they were not like mush. And the potatoes were great. The potatoes in the pot were whole. Still, you have to quarter the potatoes. So I quartered the potatoes, and I thought, oh, they're going to be like mush. No, you had to mash them to get them to mush because that's, and I was like,
put them in at the same time with the meat?
You put everything in it. Is that the most thing? That's the whole idea of the one pot thing. You're like, boom, and then be on your merry way. And then when it beeps, and if you're not ready, well, then it just goes under warm. I'm like, okay. But seriously, some good stuff.
Good.
Some good stuff.
Well,
I really loved it.
Before we had the accessories,
Oh yeah,
said,
we were faking
ambassadors.
It. Yeah.
So I put my meat, my carrots, and my potatoes, and they were wonderful.
Yeah.
The meat.
I put my onions, celery, carrots underneath the meat. I seared it, pulled it out, put them in, let them finish sauteing in a little sear, and then put the meat on top.
I'm telling you.
Okay.
Go get it, use it.
Yeah.
And the other thing that I'm going to say is the jambalaya and the tortilla soup. 2 amazing, great recipes.
Yeah.
Swear.
I made split pea soup in 10 minutes.
Get out.
10 minutes.
I think we have to tell people.
Yeah, that there is a pressure time.
'Cause I kind of feel
Yeah,
like
but
we're-
still, how long
I did.
it be?
It was 10 minutes.
With the pressure?
No.
No. With the pressure, what did it take?
Maybe 10, 15 minutes
10.
or 10,
Well,
12,
I think only
whatever.
10 because.
Yeah.
Okay,
It depends on what it is.
How full?
Yeah.
Frozen meat took longer to pressurize
Okay.
but it was smart. It's
But when you
intuitive.
open
It like
it up
new.
and you need to do it like in
another round of a couple minutes, it like pressurizes and then
Yeah,
another 2 minutes
yeah.
because it's so hot.
Yeah.
So that's always fun because you're like, oh, I don't have to wait that extra
Yeah.
time. to
Well,
That was
and,
amazing.
and I put a whole ham in there the day before,
A ham.
and I cooked that the day before, and then I took everything off the bone, sliced it all up, because I was by Richie's, and Rich's. Okay, he says I'm 33, Mom. You got to stop calling me Richie Rich.
Yeah,
Okay.
Frankie's always-
I remember
Frankie's
with
Frankie.
Richie Rich.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I was at Richie's, so I took and sliced all the ham, and then I chunked some up I took everything off the bone. But of course, there's still all kinds of stuff on the bone. So I put that in the center, and then put all the beans, the whole beans, and then put the water in, and it was ready to roll.
Is that the split pea soup?
Split pea soup
Wait, with a ham bone?
with a ham bone.
No. I got a ham bone at home.
Yeah. Pour those beans in, and then of course everything off the ham came off of the bone, and so I took that and chunked it all up and put it back in there, and it was phenomenal. It was
I did
phenomenal.
make beef soup. I made a beef stock soup.
Did you
Yeah.
see that somebody's taken, people say, like, when they're doing the freezer meal and all that, they save all the items of their veggies and all that?
Yeah.
In the freezer? Well, people are making their stock. They have the
Vegetable
stainless
stock?
steel little colander. They put all the icky veggies and all that in
Mm-hmm.
the parts, and then they add a liquid, and they have a vegetable stock they made in the cooker.
I'm sure in no time at all.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I made the lentil soup, the lentil and spinach soup, and that was really good.
Oh,
I heard that was
That,
really good.
it doesn't, it doesn't look appetizing because it's a yellowish color, but I'm telling you, it was really easy and it was extremely good.
Yeah.
And don't forget, when you're doing something like this stock, in theory, it really should be providing even more nutrients than when you make it back over the stovetop. Because of the high pressure, it's still retaining all the nutrients in those veggies too. So
Yeah.
it's probably a much
excellent.
healthier stock.
Yeah.
than it
Oh,
is
yeah.
natural
Yeah,
stuff,
totally.
You know?
Yep.
Yeah.
You know, vegetables
It's a
say-
miracle.
Wonderful. That's from the ambassadors. Probably vegetables that bleed out the color. Like with the pot roast, my carrots were still bright.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Still
I think it's just the pressure. I don't know everything scientific about it, but I know that the color stays better, and I know that the nutrients are there because
It's all locked in.
yeah, it's all locked in.
Right, I steam and steam would, well, whatever, it's fine. Yeah, and then everything is colorful.
I
The other
know.
question I had is that little disc that's in there.
That heating
Is that-
element.
Is that a scale or something? How does it know how much food you have to be into it?
So
You know what I'm talking about? That little-
Oh.
I think
Yeah.
I think it senses the cold,
Yeah.
right?
Cold or the-
Because if it's
the
frozen,
weight?
it's cold and the weight.
Yeah, just.
Yeah, it's
Right?
got
I
to.
think
It's
it's
got to do
just-
something. Those are all really great questions. I wonder if
We need to
Bill
get Ryan.
addressed any of that. Yeah, or Bill kind of didn't he do
Because
like
they were saying
something
that
on
they were
there?
actually
The
trying to make it like a
scientific part.
CB as
Yeah,
well. But then there was something, one part
Yeah,
that
they
use.
couldn't do it that way, but
That
I
was
know
really
that
cool.
they did. They gave a better explanation, but I can't remember where I heard it. So I'm gonna have to go
Yeah,
back
it's
and
fun
check.
to know the science behind
I know it is really kind of cool.
But I
Yeah.
mean, like this one girl said, I'm making weekend meals on a weeknight.
Yeah,
She said, this
Yeah.
is like amazing.
I know. It is. It is
Real
really.
quick, I wanted to give Susan,
Uh-huh.
to give credit to Lindsay, L-A-N-D-S-A-Y, Christopherson. Yes, thank you.
Oh, like Chris.
Lindsay Christopherson
Is
did the
one-
38 catalog challenge.
Right, thank you.
Yes.
She's all about the power of one too. She does that a lot with her teams.
Okay.
One more order, one more party, one more sale,
Oh,
one more,
wow.
one more,
Okay.
and really filters that out in her team.
We used to do that.
She has a really cute video.
Her lead
She's a
video, her
really
rapping
cute
one, you
video.
saw that.
Mm-hmm. Oh, her rapping one.
rapping
That
one.
was
The power
awesome.
of
So
one.
that's Lindsay. Okay, that's Lindsay. Okay. Yeah, we know what they're famous for.
The videos.
There you go. Okay. All right. Well, I would like to talk about ExecSem, and I have to say it was one of the best ExecSems, in the way of feeding us as team leaders, wouldn't you say, Patty?
Yes, I would
Um,
definitely. Yes.
yeah. And so one of the things that they had a professional speaker come in called Becky Spieth, okay? And she is a certified trainer with John Maxwell, and she is now on the faculty of John Maxwell's team. She's just been promoted, and she did the 15 Invaluable Laws of Growth, which I had this book on my shelf, and we did we do the 15 laws, or did we do it at a I'm not sure, but I wrote in the book and I highlighted, so obviously I did it somewhere. But the Pampered Chef gave us another one, and she talked about how she went through some of these, and she was only up there a couple hours, so of course she can't do a whole thing. But the 15 laws, I was really impressed with, and I was impressed with her so much that I signed up for her mega training. It's over actually 9.5 months of time. It's a 6-week program, and then starting in January, it's 8 weeks. I was sharing.
Week. I think we actually meet every Tuesday.
Laura said something to me last year that has challenged me. No, it's good. Laura, it was good. Laura
Smith.
Yeah, Laura Smith challenged me. And she had no idea she did, but she said that she was going to go to Grace Spott's retreat last year. And I don't know, we were talking about it, and she made the statement, because I know what you're going to say. And, so she knows me, she knows how I train, she knows what I believe, she knows how I do business, but it challenged me. She knows what I'm going to say, which it was true, Laura. I didn't take it as a bad thing. Laura's going, oh, no, I didn't take it as a bad thing at all, but it just, it challenged me that I need new stuff to bring you all. So, so this is the first training I'm actually doing out of all the professional speakers that we've had that I signed up for in individual. Well, there'll be 15 of us in the group, but this is the law of intentionality, the law of awareness, the law of the mirror. You must see value. Well, let me say what the subtitle is. The law of intentionality is growth doesn't just happen. Number 2 is the law of awareness. You must know yourself to grow yourself. The law of the mirror. You must see value in yourself to add value to yourself. Okay. The law of reflection. Learning to pause allows growth to catch up with you. The law of consistency. Motivation gets you going. Discipline gets you growing. Keeps you growing. I love that. Because it's so true. The law of environment. Growth thrives in conducive surroundings. The law of design is to maximize growth. You develop strategies. The law of pain is good management of bad experiences leads to great growth. How many times do we let things beat us up? What can I learn from this type of attitude? The law of the ladder, character growth determines the height of your personal growth. The law of the rubber band, growth stops you when you lose tension between where you are and where you could be. Okay. The law of trade-offs, you have to give up to grow up. I love that one. The law of curiosity, growth is stimulated by asking why. The law of modeling, it's hard to improve when you have no one but yourself to follow. Yep, the law of expansion, growth always increases your capacity. The law of contribution, growing yourself enables you to grow others, which is what started this whole thing for me anyway. So I'm really excited about that. It says, according to her literature, it says that she will be giving over $10,000 worth of handouts, tapes, what else was it?
Training,
one-on-one trainings, Facebook group. There's just all kinds of things. So, so Patty's doing it with me.
excited.
Yeah, so excited. So look for some really good things to come over the next year, in the way of growth, in the way of challenges, in the way of hopefully I'm growing right alongside of you and you're growing alongside of me. So, and two of the things that we're bringing you today is the 15-minute miracle. We sent this to you. This is Becky's. I want to keep calling her Beth, but it's Becky. It's really about breaking down your day into things that are urgent
15-minute increments,
in 15-minute increments. They want you to, the first week, log your daily activities every 15 minutes in 15-minute increments. And the week 2 is plan your week using 15-minute increments. And so what that said to me was you're going to see how you're spending your time first, and then how you're going to use your time effectively the next week. All right. So this is one day. So you're going to take copies of this and use it. And I do know that a couple of the nationals are getting together to work with someone to put together a calendar. So you may already have your calendar for next year, but if you don't, just hold on just a little bit, because we're going to show you what Becky's calendar looks like. And then they're actually going to, because Becky's not sure she's going to have a calendar for 2019. So we're kind of jumping on it and see if it works
good.
for you.
It's a good planning. It's a good planning system. It looks really good. So it's a monthly, and then it breaks out into daily things. But
do you want to say anything more about this?
I, at one point, had been challenged to write everything that I do or did in one day. I'm going to tell you, I was like, oh, I am such a time waster. You know, I did more when my kids were little and I had less time because I had to work in that little 15-minute block. I mean, it was like a race. I mean, I would time myself more often. When I have a project and I have all day to do a project, guess what? I take all day to do a project. Not good. So it taught me a very valuable lesson. And my son tells me this all the time. He says, Mom, what you do in an entire day, you can get done in 2 to 4 hours of focused, uninterrupted time. He tells me all the time to turn off my notifications, put your things on airplane mode. Don't do that. Just do what you got to do. Because I am easily distracted. Squirrel. What was I saying?
Chippendale.
Easily. I'm telling you, that's a huge challenge to try to do that. Every single 15 minutes, write down what you're doing, and you'll be like, oh. So you think you're only spending like 15 minutes maybe on Facebook, right? You know, and you start working, you know, and then all of a sudden you're like, oh, look at that 20-minute story, and oh, look at that. You know, you're constantly scrolling.
So here's your first challenge for today. Your first challenge for today to all of you guys online as well as here, present, and all of you that are going to be listening to this afterwards. We want you, what does it says from Bobby? I always say if you give them time to procrastinate, they will. So keep yourself busy and yes, remove distractions. Okay, from Doris to everyone. Nothing. Okay. Barb, did you send them the 15-minute miracle? Did you send the online people the 15-minute miracle? Okay. All right. So maybe you need to send it to your people.
No, I will. I scanned it in. I sent you that, and I scanned it all in, so I will send it. If you guys need them sent it in,
yeah. Okay. Barb, send it to everybody.
You got it.
Yeah. Okay. So here's your first challenge. I really want you to do this for 1 week. Okay. And just jot down, and even if you have to do it in your phone, you know, to whatever, but really do it and see. This is a very similar to an exercise I've given people when they say, I just don't have more time. I don't have any time to do this. I'm working so much. especially that I'm working so much and not getting results. I had them actually, I would give them a time card that I used to have for my employees, and I gave them a time card and I say, I want you to log what you're doing for 5 days. This is same kind of concept. And they said it was amazing. I thought I was working hours and hours and hours, and some days it would only be 40 minutes, an hour and a half, and they thought they were working, but they were thinking about it, not actually doing it. Okay. So, so this is a challenge we want to hear and hopefully see what you've done next month. Okay. Would you guys commit to that?
Yes.
Okay. Because when we're more effective with our time, we're more effective with life. All parts of it. In fact, I just had the opportunity to help my son, and I was so thankful for the job I had. Many of you knew my daughter-in-law had a baby on September 11th, and she ended up back in the hospital for 2 weeks. And so I was taking care of an infant, a 2.5-year-old, a 5.5-year-old, and 2 large dogs. Which they were almost, that's your life every day. The exact same ages. Yep. Yeah. And so, but add 60 to that. Yes. Yeah. So anyway, and Rich was going back and forth to the hospital. It was very, very serious. We didn't know what was wrong, and she was in intensive care. It was really scary, you guys. It was really scary, but it was amazing how I still got my work done. Because when the babies were napping, or when Rich would come home I'd call him and I'd say, I need a half an hour, come home and give me a break. And I was just amazed. Now I didn't get to go do a retreat that I was supposed to do, but I Zoomed in. So when you need to, you make those adjustments, right? And I still did the talk that I was going to do at the retreat. So, but it just gave me a glimpse of what your life is like. Again, I have a new empathy for my moms with babies.
There you go.
It really, it's been a long time since I've had a baby, right? But I was so thankful for the job I had, because all the job that it's put up with. I was very, very thankful. So, Patty, do you want to talk about the calendar then? Do you want to do that? Okay. All right. Just because. Okay. All right. So the next thing I want to go through that we handed you, that she went through with us, was this November 2018 calendar. And again, we're gonna put something together, because Becky doesn't think she will have it for 2019. So we're not doing it exactly the same. But what this is November focus, what your current title is, desired title, reading list, still developing. You can put in what the host specials are. November intentions, what your personal business and team business is. Intentional action steps. November profit center. If somebody's doing something.
I know, I'm gonna try
you guys need to stop multitasking. It's actually really, really hard on your brain when you multitask, and you get less done when you multitask. Did you guys know that?
Yes.
It's absolutely true. They've done studies with multitasking. It's not faster. Now, when you want to,
you lose 28% of 28% of the time is away when you multitask.
Yeah, you lose it because your brain has to stop and restart.
We talked about that at Grace Spot's retreat this weekend.
Did you?
I was there.
Good. Yeah, it's totally true. We thought we could do 12 things at once when we really can't. Now, what really works for me is my watch will tell me to stand once an hour, time to stand up. Now, when I do that, I'll go and unload the dishwasher. I'll go throw in a load of laundry. I'll go do one of those things, but it's a 5-minute activity. I don't get lost down there because I need to get back to my desk, or I need to get back to what I'm doing. And it really makes a difference, because then you are multitasking, but it's because your brain stopped. It's not you're not doing 12 things in the hour. You're stopping and doing one thing. And but anyway, this is really an interesting thing to fill out because it says what your fall goals are going to be. It says what you're intending to do for the fall. And right now is harvest time, you guys. So harvest time is when, like, if you look at my mums outside, they're at their very fullest, and pretty soon it's going to be gone. I mean, the winter's going to be here. So what are you doing to enjoy your business and grow your business and bring it to its fullest right now? Because now these next 3 months will carry you through the whole next rest of the year. Okay, all of 2019. So your fall determines your success of the rest of your next year. Okay, so I want to encourage you to get some good patterns going while abundance is here. That's what harvest means. There's abundance, and get good things. It's the fall, and it's only up to you. Only you can do this. Only you can change this, you guys. Only you can change it. So, so it breaks it down by the week, and then it has a month at a glance calendar, and then the next, on the opposite of that, is a week at a glance, which we all agreed we like our week at a glance going up and down. Okay, not side to side. I don't need to know that it's Digital Scrapbooking Day. We're getting all that crap off there. But if you look down here, here's some suggestions of weekly focused communications, celebration, coach leaders, team meeting, or party on Monday. Tuesday, host coaching, interviews, lead follow-up, client care calls, personal party, team leader, teletraining. So it has different things for each day. We're going to put in the words that we use, the verbiage that we are used to, and that is specific to our business. And we have some suggestions for the person that's going to do this. So anyway,
Do you have any idea on a cost and when
my
it's
greatest
available?
wins, we're working on it. They think that they will be able to have it. Yes, it might be a great gift for directors. But we'll just have to. We're just going to kind of encourage you to put things on hold just for a little bit. Part of it, I'm sure, will depend on how many we order, because we all know that printing costs go way down. So, and I know some people just do everything on their phone, but I have to say, when I see it in front of me, I'm much more effective. I've tried it both ways. And so anyway, but it has your weeks. And then I loved this. You can work full-time or part-time. You just can't work sometime. Okay.
That is huge.
It's huge. It's huge. And then what she liked about putting this for your November hosts is then you have November for next year. You know who your hosts were for last year. But always remember, the hosts from last year or your past needs to be icing on the cake. You need to put new people into your business every month, because the well runs dry. I've seen people's businesses come to a screeching halt when they keep going back to the same well. All right. So, and then there's the sponsoring interviews. The red dots are your follow-ups. She said that 7 times people need to be asked or contacted 7 times before they say yes. Okay. So I know she's only got 5 dots down there, but I think that's one of the things. November reflection is it's your life and business. Do it with excellence. The thing I'm most pleased about in my business this month, the greatest accomplishment for the month was, my team's greatest accomplishment for the month was, what did I learn? We always have to be growing. Activities that yielded the greatest sales, profit, prospects, all the things we're talking about. You could even do one of these a week over the next 4 weeks. Challenge your team to the straws, then the quick cut knives, then the baking pan. You know what I mean? Do one a week, all right? And it'll be amazing what will happen. What do I want to repeat? A skill I gained to use in my business, etc. And then this celebrate page is celebrate me. What are the things that you really put things in there during the month? So at the end of the month, you can say, wow, look at what I accomplished, okay?
And then team celebration.
And the team celebration, yep. For your personal business, your team business, total party sales divided by number of guests gives your average sales per person. Total party sales by number of your parties, your average sales per party, which you guys know that. You've had someone teach you that before. She puts in an expense tracker. I doubt if they'll do this, okay? You guys all have your own ways of doing that. And then lead list follow-up, which, again, we'll probably do that, but not sure.
You know,
so
the only thing, Nance, is that, are you helping doing that? Because I'm thinking, like, there's a lot of people here that do way more than the amount of, like, November hosts. Can you add more pages to that? You know, can you duplicate that?
well,
page?
I'm sure that you guys can just, the way they'll do it is probably a spiral,
Yeah.
and you can just copy it and put another page in there.
Okay.
But,
Oh, I just didn't know if they were going to make one whole book up and sell the book.
they are, but
Like
you could put
what-
another page in there.
I get this all the time from random consultants to be able to like give them something visually.
Okay,
That actually, I was excited about it, because I used to do that too much.
Yeah.
okay. You like that?
Yeah.
You like that then? All right, I'll tell them to keep it in. All right.
Yeah, that was-
Week 1, week 2, week
Yeah.
A
3.
lot of new consultants are needing help with figuring that out, and so
Gives them a place to
There it is.
start.
Well, and it definitely is a thought thinker. They're talking about the income and expense, or the expense tracker. Kristen said she's really excited to be able to give her new consultant something like this. Again, make sure you don't take any of Becky's stuff off the information. Direct sales specialist. She was wonderful and want to give her full credit. And more to follow. Okay, so anyway, that was one of the. She really challenged us as leaders to grow and grow with the times. Wouldn't you
Oh,
say?
yeah, I would definitely say. Yeah.
Yeah. So
She's good.
she's good. Yeah, okay.
I liked her a lot.
Okay. So another thing that we talked a lot about was virtual. Okay. Sorry. Get over here. Was virtual.
yeah.
And it was
We had a great
really
panel.
amazing. Kristen Waringa. She was a Circle of Honor earner this year. Steve, what's his last
Oh my
name?
gosh. How do you say his last name? Jerkowski. Okay.
Jerkowski. And who was the third
Claudia
one?
Bazar.
Claudia Bazar, Stacy Itzel, Robin Schilling, Carol Radu, but the real hot panel
was the virtual people.
Oh
Was
my gosh.
Claudia, was
Mary
Kristen.
Haynes.
Mary Hayes was,
Haynes.
yeah, she did do a small segment. So Stacy did a whole thing. And then to add to that, she had people share
Yeah.
at that point
Yeah.
what they were doing for that specific.
And I'm embarrassed to say I did not know Mary before this.
Yeah.
And Mary is in my 6th line, didn't know.
Yeah,
Yeah. So I told Pampered Chef that they need to do a better job
yeah.
at letting me know downline. I have no idea. I mean,
Because, she's gonna be a senior exec this next month. I mean,
Yeah.
she's-
yes,
She-
she had qualifying
Yeah, she'll be at November 1st.
November 1st. Yeah. Yeah. And she's only been in the business 3 years, you guys.
Yeah.
I mean, she is.
3 years.
virtual pretty much.
There was another
yeah.
gal,
Oh my gosh.
18 months.
Oh my gosh. 17 actually.
17 months.
17 to promote from the day that she started to promote to executive was 17
months. What's it?
Trish Woods.
Mary Haynes.
Oh, Mary.
Trish Wood.
What's
She's what?
that?
Oh, good.
Who is
Okay.
Mary or Trish?
Mary.
Yeah, Mary
Okay.
is amazing. She's
Yes.
really great.
Yes. So, and she lives in Florida. So
Yeah.
we're gonna get
Oh,
get to
fun.
know each other
Yeah.
better. So we really connected. Yep.
Oh, good.
She's doing a retreat in February next year. They're doing a retreat. But yeah, and she's all virtual. But I should say, we learned a lot about the way they're doing virtual is not the way we traditionally think about doing parties. You know, they just do a lot, and whatever sticks. Okay, so I don't know exactly how to say it, but they said, don't worry if somebody doesn't, you know, do the things, go to the next person. You know, just go to the next person, go to the next person.
Yeah.
You don't have time to keep working with someone when they're not doing what they say, you know, so.
Oh, you're talking about for consultants.
Consultants,
Yeah,
yes.
she's talking about
Yeah.
consultants, which that was huge. They're like, you know what, you just got to keep moving on.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think that's been my hardest, not the hardest, but like the first major in our growth. I mean, we've added over 200 people in a year and a half.
Yeah.
And so, it's hard because you want to hold on to them. You want the 3,000 points, you want the qualifications, you want that. And we are learning that this is their business and you can't force it, and it's on them. And if they're paying for a kit and they're not doing the work, that's their conscience. You don't have time to beat a dead horse, or, you know, you can train, but you have to go on. And so I think I was talking that with you a little bit ago. It's just some will, some won't. So what? Who's next? Like, that's honestly where you have to go.
And
And
it is so
virtual-
hard
and
when you
virtual
are a
aspect.
veteran and you're trying to hang on to, you know, but when they say that they're going to do things that they don't do is, you know, it's kind of like, okay.
I usually let them,
this up.
you know, one time tell me, no, I didn't get to it, and they give me all excuses. 2 times, and then I'll say, okay, when you're ready, you can contact me.
Yeah.
Is about where I'm starting to go.
I think it's called tough love. I think it's just, you know, I had an experience with a consultant that, you know, what she says is that, you know, reaching out to everybody, experiencing no success, nobody wants to do shows, when you come to find out that she's not asking enough people, and, you know, she's just not putting forth any kind of effort. You know, they're not doing the things, they're not doing the activities they need to do to get to the results that they want. And it's really about activity.
Right.
It really is about activity. I think more and more people have to realize that. You know, it's great to have those you know, it's great to say I want to be, you know, but you have to do the tiny little steps that make you get to where you need to be. You know, you have to make those contacts. 3 is good, 5 is better, 8 will make it great. You know, we had a challenge in the executive. Oh my God, pies were flying everywhere. But that's another story.
Tell them about the
It was crazy. It was crazy that we had to have 2 recruits, every executive and above. So that included all of the nationals. They expected that everybody was going to jump on board. And, you know, if they did this.
And Jean said, I will take a pie in the face.
Yeah.
If you guys do this.
Yeah. And it was getting down to where, you know, they were posting your name, they were posting how many recruits you had, or you
and
didn't
if you
have.
didn't.
And if you
first
didn't
time
have.
ever.
Right.
First
if you
time
didn't ever. And then you're like, oh my God. Then you have the executives calling you. Then you have Judy Joel calling you.
And
Mary Haynes had to take a pie from me.
Because Mary challenged Beth.
And then I had 2 people on me. I actually had her and Julie Gizzy, but only one of them took the pie. Thank God, because I didn't want to throw the pie. Yeah, I go, can't I just feed you the pie? Wouldn't that make it pretty? And she's
so
like, no.
it was really interesting because Judy, I talked to Judy Joel, and this is right in the middle of this crisis with my family, right? So I'm in a town, I don't know anybody. I literally did not leave the house except one time to go visit Fallon in 11 days. All right. So I'm not out and about. I'm not, you know, and it's like, are you kidding? And I said, Judy, I've never asked for a mulligan before. I need a mulligan on this challenge. I am in the middle of crisis. I don't know if my daughter-in-law is going to live. I mean, I really, I don't want to be the only one that doesn't do this and look like a loser. And she said, I will not give you a mulligan. Yeah. You need to reach out. You need to do the things that you know. She goes, Nancy Jo, with your network, you can do this. You know what? I prayed.
Yeah.
I prayed and asked the Lord to bring me recruits because
put it out there in the universe, baby.
I had 4 recruits within 4 days.
Yeah.
It was
I didn't
really,
know one of these people
Yeah.
either.
that was really good.
Four recruits. So pray about your
It was
business.
focus. It was
Hey!
total focus. I mean,
That-
they said you could do it, you could do it, you could do it. Numbers game. And we know that. We know that. We teach it. We know it. It's crazy. And I was like, oh my God, this is nuts. I don't have time for this.
Yeah.
You know, you're doing a million other things. You know, you're like, hey, whatever.
Well, I was moving.
Yeah.
And then I had this baby thing, and I've had 8 new recruits since August.
Woo!
August.
Yeah.
Now. So
Good.
just want to say, yes,
We did it.
we did it. And Brian, our CFO, took one. Andrew, our CIO. Yes, Jean Jonas.
Stacy
Itzel took one for Robin because she said there's no way Robin's doing this,
Yeah.
and Robin did it because she wanted to pie Stacy.
Yeah.
Makeup
Makeup and all.
Makeup and all. It was
Jean
hysterical.
Jonas was like, they got all
they
the.
had
The
to-
new Jesse guys.
Oh, and Jesse.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
Jesse.
And
Yeah.
wasn't the Australian guy?
Andrew.
Andrew.
Andrew
That's
Tenor.
Andrew. Yeah.
He actually took one without any kind of, so he took the pie without any kind of, what do you call it?
Yeah,
And then
everybody
we had
else
pie
was
for
putting
dessert.
on ponchos.
So then we
and
did eat pie.
yeah, and then we did eat pie. It
He
was
had
good.
shower cap on.
Jean had, yeah,
They all the
girls-
girls
all
had
the
shower
girls
caps.
had shower caps, but it was,
Mary had it the worst though. I felt so bad for her because essentially it really wasn't a pie. It was a whipped cream pie. So they just put whipped cream in a in a pie.
and she
tin.
was last.
And she was last, and so that was getting watery and watery
Warmer
and
and more warmer.
I know I
and
tried to do it really easy,
Yeah, yeah.
and then it was dripping. She had it all down her legs. It went right through her thing. I was like, oh my God.
Yeah,
Yeah, it wasn't pretty for her.
yeah,
It wasn't
So,
pretty for any of them.
yeah. All right. So needless to say, Patty, it
Oh.
says tell more about virtual. Okay, so tell more what they said about virtual.
Oh, I mean, that's like been a lesson by itself. It's
They don't do anything talking. They do
Yeah.
everything by
yes, most people. So I think the key was host coaching. I
Yeah.
think the key was really host coaching. It was being able to every day make sure that you're in contact with your host, just like you would if you were going to a show. I mean, you host coach people. We used to, and you guys are probably all doing that. It's not anything that, I can tell you that you're not already doing. They talked about the live aspect of it. You get more engagement, and, I think it's really just about them participating. So if they were to, it's like you walking into a show and them deciding to go out, and leave the show, you know what I'm saying? So that the host is not there. So you definitely have to, it's not anything we really didn't know, come that, but they talked about the live aspect of it, not real long, welcoming people in there. And
going live. Yeah,
going live. So the biggest thing for me was, and I don't know if anybody else can address this, but, when you're trying to recruit people, the going live part has to be a little scary for people that might be interested in the business. So they did suggest that if you just taped it, but did not use the YouTube link, because it acts more like when you just upload the video as opposed to using the YouTube link. So you can tape yourself, which that's kind of easier, tape yourself and then load is that what you were going to say?
So I just changed, when Pampered Chef
Yeah.
initiative,
Yeah.
having all this virtual support, and it was like
Mhm.
going live, to do your live shows. And I was doing that for about a year, and it was fun. Don't get me wrong, but if you want to amp up your virtual party, it's really kind of impossible to be doing 10 live shows in your kitchen, right? And then more so, it wasn't duplicatable.
Yeah.
So I thought about the fact that people are more terrified to be in front of a camera than they are to be in a home. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Doing a cooking
Yeah.
demo. So I was like, okay, for me it was really natural, but I have like this theater background, so that's not normal for
Yeah,
everybody.
right.
So I don't really think this isn't what people are comfortable with,
Mhm.
So I did recently, a couple months ago, switch it. I taped my cooking show. It's a 28-minute, very informative, interactive cooking show. And I now use that because I felt like I was losing people who really thought that they had to do that. Even though I would talk about it and let them know that this is not, that the average consultant does not do this. This is just my choice. But they see and that's what they envision their life is going to look like as a consultant. So anyways, yeah, I did switch and I went to YouTube. And yes, you can upload it to YouTube. So I have it on YouTube, the cooking show, but it is best if you can upload it. The problem is, like, if I'm scheduling it, I will schedule it through CinchShare to upload on YouTube. But if I'm available to also upload it, I will, but it can take like up to 45 minutes for it to upload at my house. I know everyone's Wi-Fi is different, but for whatever reason, for my house, it takes like 45 minutes for it to upload. I never know if I'm going to be available to do that. So I have it always scheduling on CinchShare, and then eventually that evening I will also upload it. So it'll also show, you know, so they really can't miss it then.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But yeah.
So you're doing your 28-minute show as a live.
It's a recorded show that appears like a live show.
Right. When you upload a video on, you know, on Facebook, it shows more like live when you upload it, not through YouTube. When you just do a video and then upload it either, well, it's probably harder to do from your, well, I guess you could do it from your camera, but you could schedule it. I don't know. I usually just do everything from my computer. It's just a whole lot easier. I don't know how people do everything from their phone, but
I record it on my phone, and then I just use record it into my computer on my Mac Pro. That's what I do.
Well, they talked about a day of pre-post, 5 days of posts.
Of regular posts. And that's pretty much it.
And that's it. And so it was,
and a wrap
or
up.
I'm sorry, or was it it was 5 days altogether?
Everybody, everybody has a different thing. Some people say
changed hers a little bit. Mine is Monday through Thursday, and then 2 days wrap up. So it officially ends on Saturday because of the 2 days, Friday and Saturday are wrap up.
Okay. So what is your wrap up? What would you do in a wrap up?
Still time to.
Okay. So are you posting things like that? You're not posting recipes or anything?
No, the actual show.
Okay. So you're doing 4 days of actual show,
So
1 day of pre-post.
So my Thursday night ends with my grand finale show, which is the 28-minute show.
Okay. Oh, okay.
I promote it as a grand finale.
Okay.
Cooking demo.
All right. Okay.
Mine run the 1st through the 7th and the 15th through the 21st every month, no matter what.
1st through the 7th, and that includes everything then, right, Kristen? That includes everything?
That includes everything.
Okay. And I love the idea of everything just, you know, that you have the same schedule. I love it that it's every Monday or the 1st through the 7th.
Days. Now, for instance, in like June, or what was it, July was the extra points. Every once in a while, I might have to slip in a couple extra, just so those hosts can get them at the very end. But hands down, every single month, it's the 1st and the 15th, the 1st and the 15th. Every month, that's where I do 20, even 25 shows between those 2 days.
You do your new people because you help them run their first.
Yeah, so if we're close to the 1st and the 15th, that's when they're going to start. But I try to get all new people started within 4 days. So if they sign on a Monday, their first shows are on Tuesday. If they sign on a Wednesday, their first shows start on Sunday or Monday.
And you run that for them, the first one.
No. She's got an amazing starter thing that I so appreciate that because we actually took it and started piloting it. So.
Yeah. So it depends on the recruit. If the new consultant has been in several shows or has recently hosted, they are automatically going to do their own shows. If they are a new person that's just come out of a virtual show, they haven't hosted, this is their first show that I've seen that they've been in this circle or whatever, then I will consider running their launch party. But other than that, I want them to do it because it's their job. And I have a concrete layout of the steps of what you're going to do. I give them the whole first week or the whole week of post. I'm in it to watch it, and they're doing it.
And so do you start them off with the 37-day free or?
Yeah,
37 days for free.
That whole video that she did, that pre-conference video, is up on YouTube, and it's up in the PC Team Training website. So she added everything.
Somebody
in there.
saying, I just saw your video. I just saw your video.
It's a great. So we kind of mirrored exactly, you know.
And that's
37 days for
for CinchShare. If you use CinchShare, I think PostMyParty has something of that. If you're an ambassador, if you're a director and you're using CinchShare, you need to become an ambassador with CinchShare. All you have to do is answer a couple of questions, and they'll verify. Then you get your own specific link that you give to your new consultant.
I don't know. Low battery.
When you're an ambassador with SendShare and you give them your specific link after they've done their 37 days and they pay their first 3 months, you get a kickback of $9.97. So in essence, you'll be getting your SendShare for free. So that is definitely something to consider if you're mapping virtual consultants.
Yeah. Sounds good. Sounds very good.
Conference training.
Yes, and all of the support material. She shared her slides with us, so.
Yeah, we've had to change them just slightly because of the new update. When you log in, it doesn't look quite the same as what it is. So with what you have versus the new, you'll just have to screenshot.
Yeah, some other things.
But yeah, I mean, we had 65 people in less than 60 days, and I don't have time to individually schedule a gazillion, nor do my directors. I mean, they all had mass recruiting as well, and we're trying to promote directors at the same time. So we have a lot of.
And then you do the one-on-one with your personal?
So for me, I end up, after they've done the first 5 steps, which is setting up in Consultants Corner, then their group pages, then their SendShare. Once I have those steps done, then I will spend, and sometimes I choose not to, so I just send them the verbiage, but I tend to spend about 15 to 20 minutes on the phone with them and say, okay, now we're going to talk about your shows, now we're going to upload the entire week of SendShare posts, and schedule them, and then they're going to go. So we have a new gal who signed up on Thursday. Wanted to start on the 22nd. I said, how would you try to get 2 started? She started 3 of them this morning.
Yeah.
Starting the business. Challenge them.
I think if you give people the steps, I think what I love the most about this is that it's not so difficult if you give people steps. People love system. You know, you have a system of onboarding. They have a system of getting started. And the best thing is that, you know, within days of starting.
It's time to switch for good to Anthem.
I don't know how to forward like the SendShare thing. So
in my
do you
post,
have,
it has the link.
Okay. So, I mean, I just have like a training, like a whole show that I have that I can give them.
Okay.
You know, they can go into it. And I just say, don't comment, so it doesn't move everything, you know. And then they could cut and paste from there, but it's
So on my new consultants page, I have like pre-post fall. Day 1 fall, day 2 fall. They click on the SendShare link, it automatically brings them into the new folders. They can view everything, they select all, we set the times for the day that needs to go, and it's done. Like, we're talking really, really fast. And so, and virtually that's, when you're moving fast paced on your own shows, like they were saying, like, if something's not working, you slide, you do something else, you just kind of adjust. Same thing with you were saying, you know, Facebook's changing. Facebook's always going to continue to change. You just have to navigate it, figure it out, and it'll fall back into place. But virtual's fast paced. It's not cooking shows. It's not like we're scheduling out 6 months to 2 months later and post pushing. You've got to be fast. People are in the fast mood. And same thing if you're recruiting virtual consultants, you've got to move fast with them. They're hot, they're ready to go, they're wanting to do this now. You just go immediately. You start tagging. I'm telling you, people will sign and we'll start tagging them right away because it's assumed that in 4 days they're going to be doing their shows. So we start tagging them in the first post to set up their shows, set up their group pages, and get them shared really fast.
Really fast.
Really fast.
Yeah, and I would like to congratulate all of you. Hold please. Katie, you need a new computer. Okay. I would like to congratulate all of you. Pampered Chef had over 10,000 new recruits in 2 months' time. And Ryan Teen, you did over 1,300 of that 10,000, just my first 3 lines. Yes. So crazy awesome. You guys rocked it. I was so proud of you. And Jean was like blown away by your numbers. So congratulations and thank you for all your hard work. Now let's get them onboarded and get them working. Do not waste this, right?
Yes.
Yes, 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 yes. Okay. What's that?
That quick cooker, because a lot of them, they're
Oh
only
my
work there
gosh.
for 30 days.
Yes.
And there's plenty of time. to look
There's
at.
plenty of time. Do a challenge. Have your team do a challenge to get either the knives, the straws, the straws are start today.
Yeah.
Or
I like the catalog
pans.
shows.
The catalog
pans.
shows, the pans. Tell them you'll have different, if they order one of the 3 or all 3 of them, you'll have different raffles and things going on. But really, you guys, it's
What a
amazing.
bingo. Okay, that's what
Yeah.
we have. Okay.
Yeah.
I like that too.
Do the bingo at the end of the month.
We'll have to get that to them. Right?
We already, oh yes, we will.
Okay.
We will. I would like to take a minute and do recognition, and then you guys think of what else you would like to share, all right, with the team. First off, let's see. All right. Just amazed at your guys' numbers and the consistency. You guys have been really, really doing great. Consistency. Marie had 3 recruits. Paula had 3 recruits and $12,318 in sales. Kay Wiesner, you had $2,401 in sales. Great job, Kay. Laurel House had 1 recruit and $846 in sales. And I didn't know you were coming, so I sent your card already. Janice Verrace, 3,235. That is Kristen's leader. And Janice had 4 recruits. Congratulations, Janice. Laura Teal had $7,493 in personal sales. Her team, her organization did $34,968.
Got the lurkers.
And 3 recruits. Woo! And Laura, here's your card. I know you already got your piece of hours, but there's your card from August too.
Thank you.
Congratulations. Oh, I do have, Laurel, I'm sorry, I do have your card. I did pull it out. Congratulations on that. And Kathy Anderson had 2 recruits and $5,376 in sales. Kim Gant, $8,881 in sales with 9 recruits. Woo! 9 recruits, yes. Chris Kilby had $1,844 in sales. Bobby Bolton, $8,009 in sales with 5 recruits. Woo! Yay, Bobby. Kim Draghi had $4,281 in sales with 3 recruits. Woo! Lynn Gant had $3,369 in sales. Good job, Lynn. Carrie Ciesla, 2 recruits and $2,002 in sales. Woo-hoo! Pass it down to Carrie for me. Let's see. Then we have Margie Hopper had $1,803 in sales with 1 recruit. Nancy Eccles had $1,916 in sales. Sarah Desmond, $4,058 with 3 recruits. Yay, Sarah! Woo! Yep. Diane Sheldon, $1,441 in sales. Sherry Eisinger, $3,203 in sales with 6 recruits. Woo! 6 recruits. Woo! That's amazing. Lisa Bailey, $8,745 in sales and 9 new recruits. Woohoo! That's amazing. Lori Miller, he had $3,718 in sales with 1 new recruit. Good job, Lori. Sharon Morris, he had $2,576 in sales with 1 new recruit. Good job. Woo! Laura Marchese, had $4,767 in sales with one new recruit. Woo! There you go. Anybody else want to do any? Yes, and I'll take a break for my voice.
Jessica had $6,058 in sales with 4 recruits.
Woo! Nice job. Do you want to be proud out loud, Kristen? What did you say?
I had just shy of 5,000.
6 new. All right. Woo-hoo. Woo-hoo. And Randy, I'm going to do yours. I've got yours right here. Yes. Yes, you had 2 new recruits. Great. Okay. Yay, that's awesome. And a baby. There you go. We told her she should have brought her.
She's probably like, I would like a break.
Yeah, can I share something? I don't know if all directors know this yet. We had a second gen director that just promoted in 33 days. She turned in 17 shows, over 9,000 in sales, recruited 6, her team recruited 4 more.
Wow.
In 33 days.
Wow.
So home office is already all over her. Her name is Patty. Julie's gonna have to help me with her last name. Begins with an H, but you'll start seeing her. She's already on several home offices.
Wow. Nice.
One of her gals is trying to promote this month, so she could be advanced director in 60 days.
Woo! Guys, amazing. Eileen, what did you do?
Oh,
nice. Did you recruit anybody? Recruits?
I mean, personal, I think we had 14 or 17.
Nice. 10,003 recruits. Okay. All right. All right. Awesome.
Yay.
All right. Karen?
Oh, I'm gonna brag on one of my consultants who's just working with us. She had her first $5,000.
Woo! Okay. All right. And I have some more here. Let's see. I know you're gonna need a new one there. Okay. All right. Donna McDonald had 2 new recruits. Mary Grant had 3 new recruits with 2,200 in sales. Susan Willerth had $1,485 in sales. Good job, Susan. Randy had 2 new recruits. Sandy Prusner had 1 new recruit. Naomi Zaccaro, $1,870 with 1 new recruit. Woo! Lori Bennett, $4,426 in sales. Nice job, Lori. Let's see. We have Martha Kewen, $2,984 with 1 new recruit. Great job, Martha. Okay, Amy Sue Grabeau, $5,700. Bye, honey. Tell everybody we said hi and happy anniversary. $5,764 in sales for Amy Sue. Rachel Caravalos had 2,997 and 1 recruit. And then we have Cindy Johnson with $2,182, 2 recruits. And she's qualifying for national. I know. Cindy Johnson.
Oh, yay!
She was in her first month for national in September.
No, that's
Yes.
so
So Cindy, it's out. She wanted to keep that quiet, but I can. That's a really cool thing. That's amazing. Sally Schubert had 1,100 in sales with 1 new recruit. Gail Book had 10,000 in sales with 1 new recruit. Great job, Gail. Lori Gilbert, 3,576 with 1 new recruit. Great job, Lori. Deb Briggs, $2,567 with 1 new recruit. Carol Olson, $4,368 in sales. Let's see, Nancy Eiseldike, $4,150 in sales. Tammy Sheridan, $1,600 with 2 new recruits. Connie Jorgen, $4,800 in sales. Michelle Houseworth, $6,780 in sales with 4 new recruits. With which, and I'm going to come back, remind me, Michelle. I'm going to tell you something about what Michelle was doing. Angie Adams, $12,502 in sales with 7 new recruits. Woo! She just hit her million. Awesome. Thank you. Thanks for letting me know. Oh my gosh. Megan Carpenter, he had $4,004 in sales with 2 recruits, and we have a brand new person that promoted from my personal team to back to my second line. Melinda Klein, new back to directorship, $3,068 in sales, and she's got 14 people on her team already. So, woohoo! Did we catch everybody? Did we get everybody? Oh my gosh. That's amazing. You guys are amazing, amazing, amazing. Okay. So, pardon? Oh, Michelle. Michelle has been doing, she has a place at a campground, a permanent place at a campground. And she said, oh my gosh, sales have been just amazing at the campground. She did an amazing show. And so think outside the box, you guys, when you're thinking about doing shows. I'm doing one at a golf course. They're doing a Monday night special event, a different vendor in every Monday night through football season. Okay. And so for all the women, because the guys are watching the football team or watching in the bar. And so football widows. And so, but what was really awesome about this is my name is going out there advertising it to 1,000 members of the golf course. Huge. And I don't have to make food for everybody. I'm just going to do a short, and within 45-minute demonstration. They want people to order food from the restaurant. Okay, and order drinks from the restaurant. So it's going to be really easy on me. I'm going to bring the quick cooker. I'm going to show them how to do the Cool and Serve salad bar, which I just did that on Friday night. Sold a ton of. I did the chicken, sold a close and cut. I don't know how many I sold of those, and the Cool and Serve pieces, the large and the small salad spinners. You guys, I know it's old news, but it's really hot. People are wanting to eat healthy. They're wanting to eat healthy. Yeah. And we did the whole 30 component, and it was just really, think about it. You have vegetarians, you have whole 30, you have keto, you have, what else? You have George Cruz's 100, where they only have 100 100 calories of sugar. 100 calories of sugar in a day. But you have gluten-free, you have dairy-free. There's all kinds of things that you can do. Food is hotter today and talked about more today and ordered fresh today. And you guys, go to the Jewel thing, set up a menu. And I'm telling you, I've been saving so much money. They come right to my door, drop off my food, and it's free delivery, okay? Look in your area, see who's free delivery.
It's Instacart, right?
No, I go right to Jewel Osco.
But it's called Instacart.
We've got a $14.99 monthly subscription, and then you get them in multiple stores.
Okay, but this is Jewel Osco. If you give them a 4-hour, at least 4 hours, it is free.
Okay.
It is free.
But what you're saying is...
Well, that's $15.
It's Instacart.
Yeah, my husband signed up for that, but I remember we were talking about that at the free.
Yeah.
I already signed up for this, but I'm really,
I know there's a minimum time.
There isn't. If you give them the 4-hour window, at least
charge for
zero charge for delivery. You get all the sales. I wasn't happy one time with the romaine and something else. They totally took it off my order and re-delivered fresh.
Oh.
Yeah. So it's really, you guys, and what's really great is you take the time to put the menu in once and you can reorder that menu.
Oh.
So now you don't even have to do it. So if you do meal planning, do week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4, you can just say, call it whatever you want, whichever list, or date it. And so and you can just reorder that list. It is fabulous. I have all my cat litter, all the big stuff that is heavy. My waters, I order 4 waters at a time, and the guy is bringing it literally to my doorstep. Now, I know some of you really like to, Laura likes to shop. Yeah.
I don't like shopping. I like looking at stuff.
Well, it is a winter.
But not everyone has the time. So
Not
that's a situation. Like if I'm really busy and I know that, you know, I'm not going to have time, that's a great option.
Right.
I think it's good for us to teach our people this, whether we like to shop or not. I mean, you know.
Well, people are ordering HelloFresh. Let's see. I think there's 6 or 7.
Blue Apron.
Blue Apron. What is it called?
Trim Healthy Mama.
Trim Healthy Mama. There's like 6 or 7 of them out there. But here's the deal. They're still having to cook. They're still having to prepare the food. And there's no leftovers, and it's $10 an entree. You guys.
One of my neighbors, she works full-time at school, and her daughter really loves to cook, and she did a lot. She tried every meal service out there. She was telling me some I'd never heard of, and I should have wrote them down, but she tried, like you said, there were about 6 or 7. And I still do a freezer meal workshop at my house once a month. I don't have a ton of people that come, but I have a few regulars. And her daughter's like, Mom, I want you to go to the freezer meal workshop and try it. So she did. And she made her meals like, she was the first one done. Because I think she's so used to putting these things together from all these things that she's ordered, HelloFresh and all of those. And she said that she's done all of them, and they're just way too expensive for her and the team.
Absolutely.
Her and her husband both have good jobs, so she's like, it's just too much.
It
It's too expensive.
is.
She didn't complain about any of the ingredients that she bought from me. So
Right.
I still think it's important to offer those for those people, and maybe kind of go back when you know you hear of somebody that is doing all those meal services. Just let them know about the week for menu planning or the freezer workshop or something.
Yeah.
I mean, because she was, got them all done, and I'll see what she thinks after she actually makes them. But she, like I said, none of them. She didn't get that done.
Awesome. Well, they are, and they are. You're spending easily 35% more, and you're still spending the time cooking. So and no leftovers. Family farm, 0 leftovers. Okay. Now here's something that that I thought was really interesting. I got home, and Tony and I were having. Now Tony's 26, my son, and him and I were having dinner together, and he said, "So," he goes, "Mom, is Pampered Chef still relevant in today's world? How are you doing with that?"
Really?
Well, I haven't sold the house yet, is what I told him, okay? But I said, expound on that, Tony. He says, well, with people getting all these meal services or eating out, he says, think of me in a single young guy. He said, I'm just eating, I'm eating out a lot. If you're not here, I'm eating out, or my buddies, we're getting together and we're ordering in. He said, and I'm also thinking about people that are working 10, 12 hours a day, because he's working 12-hour days, He says, I just can't even think about stopping at the store. And Tony cooks, okay? Tony will make something, from scratch. So we started talking. He goes, well, why don't you do something for guys that are in the 25 to 30 range? We're not married. We have jobs. We want to cook. He goes, I think that would just be really a lot of fun to cook with my buddies and do this. So we're going to do it. All right. I told him when I get back in November, because he goes, everybody's got their own places, but they don't have anything for their kitchens. All right. So here's another group we can market to. And I said, well, Tony, if 3 of you got together and cooked once a week, because I was talking to him about, they're going to do something simple. Like they're going to bring 5 pounds of ground beef, and they're going to make chili one night. They're going to make patties. They're going to make meatballs, and then the other 3 pounds power cooking for these guys, and then do it with chicken. Yeah. And then just throw these easy things together. Yeah. What do you think about that, Laura?
I think it's going to make them look marketable. Yeah. Like for the.
That's what he said. He goes, Mom, think
Wow,
of the
that's
dinner
pretty
date
much-
nights.
Yeah.
Think of the dinner
Yeah.
date nights. He goes, that's going to really impress a girl if I cook them a meal.
Right. I think it's a great concept. My son will be 24 and he's still home, but he realizes mom is cooking for him and appreciates it way more now.
Yeah.
Because he's taken hot leftovers for lunch, and the teachers at school are saying, "What are you cooking?" Like they're asking him what you
Right.
got. But I think the one thing with them is the kids that age, if they don't have a great job, they're looking at the $400 knives,
Yeah.
going, "I can go someplace else." But if you can compare it to you just spent $1,000 on your iPhone and you're going to have to replace it in 2 years.
Yeah.
Wow.
Look at what you can do with our cookware
Oh,
and our
my
knives and our
God.
lifetime warranty and
Quick
all of
cooker.
that. Right?
They need
Because
a quick
they
cooker.
need that kind of
Holy
stuff.
crap.
And they spend it on the technology,
Yeah,
but not on
that's
things
a
that they'll keep in their
great-
kitchens
That
forever.
is a great analogy. I love
There's a
that.
guy right now, I just saw it last night on Facebook. He's a young guy and his mom got him a cook cooker. So he's got a blog thing of him making food in his cook cooker.
There you go.
Awesome.
And what's nice is you can,
And it's the best gift I ever had.
so you could take that 2-pound chuck roast, cut it into 3, and just make pot roast in 40 minutes for one. Have leftovers for the next day or the next night, But he just said, Mom, think of simple, think of guys, think of so many chicken breasts. I'm going to strip some, I'm going to chunk some, make for taco fajitas, make quesadillas, make.
And they need our glass containers too.
Yes.
Braden is all about those glass containers. Like,
Absolutely.
the 3
And-
cup isn't big enough for him. He wants 5.
Right.
But,
and think-
but they use them.
And
Yeah.
Tony,
they
and
realize
Tony's
it.
my most conscious about the environment. Okay.
Oh.
He went out and bought the Pure for us to do our water right out of the Pure purifier to not use as many bottles, He's, yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. So there's another, I'll let you know how it goes. Maybe we'll go live when I do this.
Yeah, you
Wouldn't that
should,
be fun?
yes.
He said,
Or
he
if
said,
anything,
Mom,
you should tape it.
Yeah.
If
he said,
anything,
Mom, we are doing this, and he's Brews and Stews. Woo! Okay, there's the name. Write it down. Write it down.
Brews and Stews.
Brews and Stews.
Who's coming up with
I'm gonna buy stuff, and they're gonna pay for the class, and then they're each gonna take some meals home.
that? I love it.
They
But
love it.
now, everybody, you really need to check into insurance.
Oh, yeah.
Remind me that back.
Okay, so
Like
insurance,
Marie
like
did.
yeah. Yeah.
Because we're not covered, and if you're
Yeah.
teaching people in your home,
Okay, and it's
The DSA.
less than $200
Yes,
a year,
I gotta
you
get that.
guys.
I gotta get that.
Yeah, it's under Pampered Perks.
classes that you're-
Yes, get a special
No,
insurance.
it's not an umbrella policy. That is not, you're not covered under that umbrella policy, believe it or not.
You have, like, help come in.
Yeah. Yeah. So anyway, but you could always do it at one of the guys' apartments too,
Somebody said, oh, you just make it into a show. But
No, not in your house. Still not in your house.
No, you can't do a show,
You can do a show, but it won't be covered under insurance, either Pampered Chefs or your liability homeowners. Yeah, good point. Good point.
Sharon's got for you guys.
Take it from experience. Marie had
She's got
a,
another test market for your.
Yeah.
Okay, but you've done it with the guys?
Yes.
Oh my
what's a
gosh.
brewer? What's a,
Make
oh, they
beer?
make
Craft beers.
Craft beers. Wow, that's their profession. Awesome. Okay, so anybody else have any more comments or they want to share anything? We can unmute you. Anybody here? Yes, Naomi.
Last year, well, I love what we were talking about with the calendars. I think it would be wonderful, especially for a director gift. I did, like Lucy Lonnie had a quick picture of it. I made one for me and I made one for, my directors and sent that to them.
Oh, really?
what's a quick cooker guy?
She had pictures of the quick cooker recipe guide, and it's, I should call it, it's in a page. with a
Oh,
little
so you just
sign.
took the PDF and you
And
made it in a book?
copy at Office Max, with our discount, and they could make the pictures so they could the page. I didn't have to trim anything, it just, and I just did one for my director so they would have it to take.
Is it?
Well, because you know how your cookbook gets read.
Yeah.
Yes, and this way, and guests can look and see the charts and all these good
Did
things.
you,
So it's just the actual.
The downloadable one that we
Okay.
have here, I sent it to Office Max, so they have the file. And then they copied it, and they can increase the size to make it so it just fits
Yeah.
the page. And then I had a little clear color thing so
Yeah,
they can
very
flip through and
nice.
see all that. So I did that already for my directors, but I did last year, I did the Blue Book of Bookings for my team, for the holiday gift to send.
Right.
So if I were doing this kind of a calendar for my directors to plan, do anyone else do the Blue Book of Bookings or?
No, but you talked about it.
I did. That was a year ago. Yeah.
And something, and just with a little,
And you could just do it with paper for
Yes.
them. You don't have to spiral it.
Oh,
and
no,
all
that's
that
just
kind of
with
stuff.
paper, and then it's just stapled in the middle, and again, done with their discount. It ended up costing out, maybe like $3 or something at Office Max, but you can mail it, and you can mail it very easily, and it's something that pertains to their business. But I didn't know if anybody else had done that, or people, so the people who are working appreciate it.
Yes.
People who aren't working, just,
Yeah,
make sure it's something.
Yeah, that's why I used to love the calendars at the home office when they would do for us.
Yeah.
Those would go to guests and our
Right.
consultants.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome.
On Saturday, the coffee shop was Trina
Letsky.
Yeah, she did it on the virtual shows. And then they did, I have it on my Facebook, I got, we have it on my Facebook. But it was people sitting on the bus for driving back.
Oh, yeah, the,
So like
video.
7 of them did,
quick-
virtual.
yeah.
Mostly post-coaching, and it was 7 minutes long. It was really good. I put it on my Facebook.
Can you send it to me,
Yeah,
Randy?
yeah, it was really
It's
good.
is it up on YouTube yet or no? Is it just the? I don't
know.
think it is. I don't think it is, but yeah.
I can
okay.
get you the link, yeah. But it was
Yeah.
really good for people to see.
Yeah.
And it was
Where did they post?
7
Where did they post? It?
Thanks, Barb.
Okay.
John Maxwell's just online. This is PDF.
Oh yeah, I was just gonna. Yeah.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Ooh.
It was-
Really?
yeah. She found it online.
The whole
I
book?
found it on my phone. I uploaded it right to my
And I found a
Evernote.
way to send it. Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
Woo! Yay, Barb!
She's amazing.
Yeah.
So Randy, I had to listen to that fast, so that was a good one.
I was excited about keeping a whole call about the virtual training.
Who's that, Kristen?
That was Trina, we're at the same.
Oh yeah.
And here's an idea that I think I'm going to try. Yes, is the idea chat, that idea
Yeah,
cafe
yeah,
that I was talking about, to do it based on Saturday's call. Okay.
Every Saturday's call,
Every Saturday's call.
like you would do it once a week.
Yes,
Yeah.
I'm going to have to change it from Tuesday because now our call is on Tuesday with our new training. But
Is it every Tuesday?
for the next 6 weeks, yes.
Oh.
We're starting on the 20th. I don't think
Okay.
it's tomorrow, but it's
Oh,
next
that's right,
week.
because you didn't do it. Okay, all right.
Because I didn't do what?
That 1 week that you were.
What are you talking about?
I don't know. Go
Okay,
ahead.
never mind, Katie.
She's
Patty squirreling on me. Yes, it's starting next week.
Yeah, that's right.
So anyway, what do you guys think about that? What do you think about, so it gets people to watch that half-hour call, and then we can talk about it.
I think it's a great idea because it would expand a little bit more. I mean, they do a great job.
Oh my
you
gosh,
know.
it's the best of the best.
It is, and I've actually audioed them all. I audio them all, and I have to get them into Evernote, everybody, and I would like to title them all so that they could be a downloadable
Okay.
call as well, or just a click on the link. So I have to do that, and I've been keeping them. I don't have this week, but I have to get them all in there. I will get them in there.
I have to say, my Connecticut group, that.
All right, I just went on BC Northwest Directors, anyone? But
I added Kristen.
They're faithful watching this, and
Yeah.
they're promoting it, and they are on fire. And they're the ones
Yeah.
that are doing, they're
There's some
active
really
and
good
selling
things
it,
on there,
everything,
yeah.
that is something they feed themselves every Saturday.
Yeah.
With this training.
I actually posted in my team page for them to, I put the dial-in number and put down who's there. I mean, because not everybody's in the group.
Right.
Not everybody goes to the group. They're like, add me. If I'm not your friend, I can't just add you to the group. You know what I mean? And it's got to be in your profile. So if it's not in your profile, then you can't get added to the group. So you just have to make sure.
So you just do the download. You just send them the download.
I've been posting it. Yeah.
Yeah, you could do the whole library. That's why I did that.
No, you know what? I actually go back and listen to the call, and I have this thing called Audio Acrobat. And what it does is it takes that recording and makes it a downloadable file, so you can put it in iTunes, or you can just click on the link and it opens up. So mine is just a little bit, it's almost the same, but it's a little bit different.
Well,
You don't know what each of those calls are. You know what I mean? Does she have them titled with the? Yeah, I know, but I know what you're talking about.
Feel free to do
I know.
Bye, sweetie.
I know.
Right.
Yeah.
And you could also, depending on what you think you need for your team,
Right.
you could pick one and put it on
Yeah.
on the weekend.
Right.
Say, watch this. We're going to talk about it on Tuesday or Wednesday. You know,
Mhm.
but get to them in the beginning of
I've
the
gotta
week,
do
you
that.
guys. It's really important to challenge your team to do something at the beginning of the week, because Thursday, Friday, Saturday, people they're already they're hopefully doing shows. Hopefully, they're on to their family stuff. And
I've been
so-
doing the weekly action plan that they suggested. I've been going live on that and just reading what it says every Monday or
Of which one?
Sunday night. The weekly action plan that's in the monthly focus.
Oh.
Yep. And you just read it and talk about it.
live.
Yeah, just gives them something to do.
Nice.
People that are looking, you know.
Good. I love it.
Love it.
Love it. Love it. Love it.
So
So
post already, Randy.
Are we still recording?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're still
And then
on.
she put
Yeah,
that about
okay, you
the
can-
38th year anniversary info on the
Yes,
PC Northwest.
yes, on the Northwest page, yeah.
So I just put the YouTube up. Oh, yeah, it's somehow.
And I think Jessica did the straws.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Yeah,
Okay.
the straws.
Awesome. Anybody else have anything? Because we're gonna,
I just have a question.
sure.
So here's my thing with virtual shows. So I used to get a lot of participation, and I think people, and obviously people are not getting on posts. So I've done events. I'm going to switch to groups. Will that help? What can I do to? I just feel like some of them are just totally missing.
I don't think there's a better way, one way or the other. What I have found that I do only groups, but there's other people who do events, and we're kind of both across the board having new things because Facebook's changing. So a couple of tricks that you can do. One is I always send the link to Facebook, to the actual group page, to my host and ask them to send that out to each of their friends, so that their friends can automatically come into it. If they choose the Facebook group link. Yep. The second one is if you have your host post the day before how to change the notifications, every time your host posts, not likes, not loves,
everybody sees it, right?
but every time she posts, he or she posts, the notifications start rolling in for people. So if you have her post or him post the night before a show starts, this is how you can change your notifications, blah, blah, blah. They're gonna see it. The third thing that my team is starting to do is when you go, think of your laptop or think of your computer on Facebook in groups. If you go to the side, you can see the members and like add members, whatever. Right below that is a place that says, welcome everybody to the party. Okay. I wait until the end of day one to do this instead of just saying, welcome to the party. I fill in show information, the show link, what to expect there, things like that. And then I welcome everybody who has viewed posts in the last day. That's everybody that's there. That automatically starts bringing notifications left and right to people. So I think those three things are
That's a brilliant idea about the welcoming them that comes in there. So that's a great idea.
Yes, so visualize your Facebook page on the right-hand side. So you have your posts here, your mores, whatever. Over here, it'll say like add a member. That's where you can quickly add somebody. Then you have the little bubbles of all the people that you might want to add. right below that, it says welcome host. If you click on that, it will pull up everybody who's actually seen like, even if they just clicked on Facebook, went, oh, there's a show, like, it shows that they viewed it.
Okay.
So now you can notify them and say, welcome to the show. Here's the information. This is what you need to know.
All right, you do that to each person?
It'll do all of them at one time.
Okay, all right, so all together.
It will
And
do
it
all-
highlights their name so that
Yep.
they get tagged.
So
in the
it'll
post.
automatically notify them.
Do you use the little invite too, where you add their name? There's that little, it's like a clipboard. Do you have them use that?
I don't even know what
I've
you're
been
about.
doing that.
On the right-hand side?
On the right-hand side where it says add people, there's like a little clipboard and you can
Put a
click on
message.
that and then you can put a message into everybody. So
Yes,
they get a
so you can,
notification.
you can do it individually. Yes, I did know that. I
And
have
it
not done that
keeps
yet.
the text you put in. So
Yeah.
you don't have to keep retyping it, it's just there.
No, the one I do, it does them all at the same time. It notifies all of them. But the other thing
That's
that
how
I,
I had people invite people originally.
yeah, the other thing that you can do is on your phones. I can't think how to do it on the laptop or your desktop, but you can do it. If you click your members, it will tell you who's all members right now. But if you go under invited, it's going to show
Yeah.
everybody they've invited that has not looked at
Yeah.
it, and you can click on them and send them a reminder 2 or 3 days into the party.
I did find
And it
that.
will then send them a
Yeah.
notification again. And don't forget, yes, don't forget the show's going on, because I can't tell you, the reason I was taught groups and the reason I stuck with groups is after 350 virtual shows that have qualified, this is what I'm getting. Oh, I'm a nurse. I work 3 days in a row, 12-hour shifts. I'm just now seeing this. And it may be day 4 or day 5. Or I'm a teacher and I can't get on during the day. And so on weekends is when I catch up. So I do groups because anybody can see them. They don't have to.
That could be open as
Yeah.
well.
And so if I do the welcome after day 1, and then we do the reminder under the invited section a couple days in, then that just opens that party back up again in their face. Does that make sense?
Yes,
So-
it does.
Facebook's
Excellent.
always changing, so we're
Always.
always having to
Yeah.
try different things.
Always.
So this is what seems to be helping at the moment. Again, next week we can all wake up and it could change again.
So then are you, you get in touch with your consultants and say, they changed again, and here's what I do to go to the next
I usually just post it right in our team pages, or we talk about it with the directors and then it filters out.
Okay.
When doing, because I changed the group email this to, because I still need to use share. Number of posts, so they were talking about.
I don't.
They were
Think
talking
about it.
about that.
Okay.
the reason that
Here,
the
yeah.
experience with the
Okay.
events is better
Let's vote. We can have
because
fun.
not gonna get jumbled.
All right, you guys. Thank you so
Hey.
much for joining us.
We have kept you on a long time today. I apologize, but wasn't the information great? Congratulations on all that you've done. We are going to close down now, so someone will watch this again for 2 hours. 2 hours. But hopefully you felt part of our team, and you guys.
We'll get it recorded. We'll get it out.
October.
Yeah.
October.
Happy anniversary, Pampered Chef.
Happy anniversary, Pampered Chef today.
Bye-bye, everybody.
All right.
That's too time consuming for me.
Okay. Now stop video, right?
Yeah.
No, that's not it. No, that's the wrong thing.
So-
No, you know what?
Yeah.
Hold on. You know what? Let me just see
Yeah.
something. Can you please tap on virtual tips
But
and share them? Oh, okay.
Again, things will pop up again.
All right.
Sometimes
Well,
it makes
we'll
it hard
find
for me to find, you know.
If we
But
post
you
that
don't
link
do it.
somewhere, how do we give that to you? How do we give that to you? Just how do we post social and we
Say that
tell
again.
the host, like, just make comments and don't forget.
I'll get it. We'll get it. I just want to stop this. Okay. Yes.
Whatever you do for your virtual parties.
Zoom.
We've gone.
Where's
over
the
it.
It's right here. It's right here.
No, oh, the record.